Hello and welcome. You join me, ADG, for the second round of the 1 hour Simfx Endurance Championship. And here we are this week at Red Bull Ring, the 2.68 mile track in Austria. And it's only got 10 turns to it, so it's a pretty simple track, I think. Anyway, we'll go through the qualifying order. Steve Hobb doing a really good job to put it on pole in first, obviously. Diablo in second, third was Basinger, ADG fourth, GT Delhi was in fifth, Ginger Tim in sixth, Ickle Pants in seventh, Phoenix put it in eighth, Bird was in ninth, 10th was Skid Guru or Top John Iverson, 11th Mulson, 12th Step Stones, 13th B Kuna and 14th Specky Jock. So, without much further ado, we'll skip to me. This is my incident that caused all the controversy in the chat. So I went way too late on the brakes, caused a bit of a mistake. Didn't actually cause any contact, but it made GT Delhi hesitate behind me, and then he got hit by Ginger Tim, which gave him a load of damage. So without much further ado, that's that over and done with from my point of view. Mulson here, as we watch, going into the corner with about 6 people in front of him. So Phoenix and someone, Brudge, I believe, having a bit of contact to go out wide. I think it was heavy enough contact to give them damage as well. So making up places, Mulson and Skid Guru, Ickle Pants as well, straight off. So good first lap, a bit of a bad one for some people, but pretty good start for most. Bit of controversy, like I say, but a bit unnecessary, I believe, after watching the replay back. Anyway, we'll forget about that. We could bang on about that all race. So Steve Stearns now right behind Mulson, chasing Simfx Skid Guru, chasing Ickle Pants in 5th. So all very close as they head on to lap 2. Got Skid Guru down the inside of Ickle Pants. And Mulson making it 3 wide down the straight now, trying to make the opportunity work around the outside. Skid Guru loses out a little bit, has to drop back and get the braking done, but Mulson, really good move from Mulson there, going for the outside line, works out beautifully for him, and he makes up 2 places. So putting it 3 wide down the straight can be a bit daunting if not everyone realises you're 3 wide, but good move there from Mulson to make that work. So Skid Guru being chased by Steve Stones now. Steve Stones having a moment, dropping back. And Specky Jock takes 8th place now because of that. So it's all happening. Skid Guru's got front and rear aero damage by the look of it at the bottom. We'll skip through a little bit. Steve Stones now down into 10th, Ginger Tim into 9th. GT Delhi into 12th after that second corner incident, being hit from behind by Tim. B Cooney in 13th. Phoenix in 14th is picked up damage, I think, straight away, so he's on the medium tyres now, pitted at the end of lap 1. Had to change his strategy altogether because of that. GT Delhi pitted at the end of lap 1 as well with damage. And I think someone else did as well, forget now. Ginger Tim's in the pits now. So we'll skip stop and gain a bit of time early. Comes out right at the back in 14th, side by side with Phoenix more or less there. Steve Hobb still holding first place at the moment, having a good race up front. Basinger in second, Diamond third. Ginger Tim and Phoenix, although they're at the back, end up having quite a good battle on these this lap and the next one. It's quite a good race this. I felt like I drove quite badly, that's why I apologise so much at the end. and although there was all that controversy in chat with me and GT Delhi, it wasn't actually aimed at GT Delhi. I didn't feel like I did anything wrong to him, so it was aimed at Skid Guru mainly because right at the end of the race we had a bit of an incident. Well, I had a bit of an incident with it, caused a bit of an incident with him, should I say. Anyway, whilst it's all died down a little bit for the next lap or two, we're watching Ginger Tim and Phoenix. We'll just quickly go through last week's finishing positions. So Diablo won last week. Just go through everyone's car as well, because I don't think I've actually done that yet properly. So he's in the BMW M6 Diablo, so he won last week. Skid Guru in the Lexus came second. Ickle Pants in the M6 came third. Specky Jock came fourth in the M6 too. Steve Hobb came fifth in the M6. Phoenix came sixth in the 911. I came seventh in the 911 ADG. Eighth was Steve Stones in the AMG. Ninth was GT Deliby in the 911. 10th was Basinger in the Lexus. Mulson in the 911 was 11th. B. Cooney was in 12th in the Lexus, and Ginger Tim was in the McLaren last week, but as a team they've changed into the Mitsubishi this week. Gave up on the McLaren after one race, and then Broge was in the V12 Vantage in 14th last week. So that gives you some idea where everyone finished last week. Hopefully that's of some interest to you. Right, let's get back to this week. And where's my little sheet gone? I've lost it. Where the hell's that gone? There we go. So we're on to lap 5 now. We'll skip through and see what's going on. I'm up in second place. We've got Basinger and Diablo behind us. We'll be watching quite a bit of that throughout the race, but we'll stick with other people for now. Got Specky Jock incredibly close to the back of Ickle Pants, chasing him down. Oh, Ickle Pants puts it into the wall there on the exit of the last corner. So bit of a mistake there. Skid Guru's in the pits. We'll skip to that and just see where he comes out. So ends up coming out in 10th place. We had that aero damage, so that's probably why he's pitted so early in the race. He's now got GT Delhi side by side with him as they head into the tight right-hander. Delhi takes the outside line and gets it done nice and cleanly. Skid Guru not giving up much of a fight there. So we'll head up towards the top and give us a little bit of a coverage now. Had a really good race with Diablo and Basinger pretty much the whole race until I made too big a mistake and I dropped off the back of them and dropped them down a few positions. But until that point they were having a really good long race with Basinger and Diablo. Diablo's move into the first corner kept him in the race, realising that I was deep on the brakes, and he spotted it early and managed to give me room so he didn't get ploughed into at the side. And I hold my hands up to that second corner mistake. I just got it wrong on the brakes, so just probably just a little bit, in reality, just a tiny little bit too late on the brakes. I just couldn't quite get it stopped properly for the apex, so I overshot the apex a little bit and forced Diablo off track, but it was a bit of a moment. But after that we managed to get it back together, and then had pretty much a good 40-minute race, I think it was, between us three. Really good racing. We're on to lap 7 now. I'm just going to stick with this for a while, I'm afraid. We'll flip between Diablo as well, obviously, and Basinger. Diablo looking for an overtake now. He's really close to the back of Passenger. Thinks about it, but thinks better of it. As he realises he doesn't get the braking done quite enough, so pulls back in and just takes a wide entry into the corner again, carrying maximum speed. He's carrying a bit of damage as Passenger, front aero damage and a bit of suspension damage too. I think Diablo's got a bit of rear aero damage as well. Not Passenger, Diablo, sorry. Got all confusing. Oh, I hate it when I make mistakes on this. So I'm getting closer and closer to these boys now. A bit of a late dive to get closer and closer, so I outbroke myself a little bit and dropped back a tiny bit. You see Passenger going a little bit wide there and then going a little bit wide again, so I think he picks up a penalty because of that. And then, yep, 2.5 second penalty. And then Diablo gets the slipstream down the straight as well. Thinks about it again, but can't quite get side by side enough to be able to get the job done properly. Finds his way around the outside though and attempts to carry the speed. Ends up touching him a little bit and backing off. So good aggressive racing going on here, but being fair with each other at the same time. Little touches here and there, but not enough to make enough difference and cause damage or anything. So Diablo there forcing Passenger out wide because he had the opportunity to with the inside line. So brings me back into the race all of a sudden as well. So Passenger's has now got me down the outside as he tries to keep it tight to the apex. Coming towards the end of the 9th lap now. Don't worry, we're not going to watch this the whole time. Just a good couple of laps where we're pretty close and good close racing going on. Especially between Diablo and Passenger. It's good stuff. Like I say, pretty much continued the whole race. I managed to get in front at points and then I just have a moment of oversteer through the last corner or something like that, and then all of a sudden they both be back past me. So then I'd be challenging to catch them up again and then get back past them. And it was pretty much like that, to and fro the whole race. But yeah, full credit to Passenger and Diablo. Really enjoyed it, really good racing most of the night. So we're on to lap 10 now. We'll skip through and see what Skid and a few other people are up to. Now we've got Steve Stearns having a bit of an incident on the exit of T1. Skid Guru right behind Broach now. Looking for the run out of T1 to get the overtake into the second corner. The tight right-hander down here. I did look up the corner names for these for this track. But half of them I wouldn't have been able to pronounce properly because they're in German or Austrian, and then the other half were just really boring, terrible names. Like the last one's like something mobile corner, so like sponsored by a mobile phone company. So I just felt like, God, they're not even good names to use. So yeah, I just decided not to even bother using them. But I did look them up, so there's promise. There is a little bit of promise there for future weeks. But yeah. My Austrian ain't great, even though my grandma's Austrian, but there you go, a little fact for you. So, Skid Guru and Broad having a right battle here. Really good battling through these corners side by side for quite a lot of the lap. It's good entertainment. Broad's just managing to hang on to the lead between them at the moment. Skid Guru's not letting go. Both coming onto the start-finish straight now. We've got Guru on the inside and Broge on the outside. See if Guru can get it done. Takes a nice line. Doesn't go wide on the exit, even though he took a shallow entry to the corner, so that's good. But it does give Broge the chance to come back in for the next one. Side by side again. Pretty much 2 laps where they've spent a lot of time side by side, so really good racing. And good respectful racing at the same time, not forcing each other off the track or anything like that. Always good to see. Still side by side more or less. Skid Guru just having to drop in behind as Broge pulls across in front of him, coming towards the end of lap 11 now. Very, very good racing and good entertainment. Cheers for the entertainment. It makes the commentary easy when it's this good. I don't really have to say anything, to be honest. You just watch it. So going for it lap after lap, it's good to watch. Steve Hobb still in first place. We'll quickly go through the order. No, we won't, because everyone's about to pit in a minute actually, there's no point. But yeah, Skid Guru dropping off slightly now from the back of Broge. GT Delhi now in 10th place, doing a good job after that first lap incident. B Cooney in 11th, Ginger Tim in 12th, Phoenix in 13th, again trying to have a comeback race from quite a few incidents on the first lap. Ickle Pants now into the pits, we'll stick with Ickle Pants. Steve Hobb comes out of the pits now, Ickle Pants just going in. So we'll skip this and gain a bit of time. For those familiar to these replays, you'll know why I'm doing that. So what lap are we on? I've got my notes this week, I've actually watched it and written it down. Mulsanne, I like Mulsanne's car colour, stands out. Whenever you see it in the pits, you know it's Mulsanne, in the pits, in the mirror should I say. Or when you look back, as soon as you see that colour, you know Mulsanne's behind you. It stands out like a sore thumb. It's nice though, I quite like it. Good livery. So Diablo's in the pits, I'm in the pits, and Basinger are all in the pits now. So we'll skip these stops a little bit, gain a bit more time. So I come out in front of Diablo and Basinger now. Basinger right behind Diablo, and Ickle Pants already been lapped, so he's in 14th place, but right behind them as well. So it's Diablo going wide there on his cold tyres as he come out of the pits. Easy mistake to make into that corner. Got Basinger challenging for the inside line there. I think Diablo just got caught out on the marbles, going wide a little bit into there, giving Basinger room. So ended up just losing a bit of traction on the exit, not being able to challenge on the exit of the corner. So Basinger up into 5th now. Got Specky Jock in the pits now. So see where he comes out, pitting from 3rd place. So watching nice Beamer as it comes in, Scottish flag on the back. As it comes out behind Diablo in 6th place, no one right behind him either, so that's a good place to come out after the pit stop. Doing a good job, Specky, having a good race. Cooney coming into the pits and Broge as well. And just use these pit stops to gain a bit of time, like I say, get it done early. Skip up the camera angles a bit. GT Delhi now up into 8th place. Last time I checked in on him, he was in 10th, so yeah, again doing a good job, climbing the order. Mulson now into the pits. We'll jump to Mulson and see where he comes out. Skip his stop as well. So he sees Specky Jock going around the first corner as he comes out of the pits. Comes out into 6th place. Again, not a bad place to come out after a pit stop. So Mulson doing a good job in the 911. Finds himself chasing Specky now with Skid Guru chasing him. Sometimes when I make these notes I just write down the person and I can't remember what happens. I've put Mulson for some reason on this lap. Oh sorry, no I haven't. I've missed it, whatever happened, that was the last lap. So what I should have done for this lap is Steve Stearns GT Delhi now down into 9th place. Steve Stearns overtook Delhi. I've missed it. Bollocks. I hate it when I write the notes and then bloody miss it anyway. It's even worse. So Phoenix and Broge having a bit of a moment and Phoenix getting past. Missed that as well. Bloody hell. Annoying. Anyway, we'll just have a couple of laps where we skip through until we get further on. We'll see where everyone is and see how close everyone is. Got Ickle Pants right at the back in 14th now. Pretty much all the pit stops, first round of pit stops have happened. So right at the back is Ickle Pants in 14th. We've got Broad in 13th. We've got Phoenix in 12th. Ginger Tim in 11th. B. Cooney in 10th, GT Delhi in 9th, Steve Stearns in 8th, Skid Guru in 7th, Mulson in 6th, Specky Jock in 5th, Diablo in 4th, Basinger in 3rd, ADG 123 in 2nd, and Steve Obb in 1st still. Steve Obb just had a race of his own really, just managed to keep it consistent, got away. If you look at his lap times on the right, they're really quite quick and just kept pulling a lead every lap basically, just by putting in faster laps. Just had his own race and meant that when he came out of the pits as well, he wasn't that far behind, and most of the people in front of him were going to be pitting as well, so he just gains first place back eventually. So good racing there from Steve Obb. Like I say, where did he come last week, Steve Obb? Just out of interest for myself, he came 5th last week, so good race from him to be holding the first place for the whole race. So we're just sticking with Basinger and Diablo as we see Broge coming out side by side with Diablo. Broge in 13th though, has already been lapped. Basinger lost his penalty, but he's got a penalty thing there for some reason. Never quite understand that one. Bathurst next week. Oh god, it's going to be a damage fest. Even if you don't touch another car, doing an hour-long race around Bathurst without touching one wall is quite the ask. So yeah, it should be an interesting one. It's certainly going to be a tricky one. So got everyone with a bit of a gap to them now. The race has died down a little bit, not quite as much action going on. Just really Diablo and Basinger quite close to each other, and Basinger's quite close behind me as well. Unfortunately, it's the best of the action. It's annoying when I'm involved in the action that I kind of want to put on or feature. because it feels like everyone will just think, oh, only does the show zone action every week. It's not the case. If it was someone else racing really closely, then by all means we'd be watching that. But if you look through, there's not a lot of other close racing going on, so we'll stick with this. We've got Diablo in fourth, Basinger in third, and me in second. So Basinger losing his penalty thing there as he ghosted slightly. Again, if you look on the right hand side, a couple of inconsistent laps in there, but all in all, good laps from Diablo. Seems like he's on it this season, and winning the last race and being in fourth in this one, and chasing quite closely towards the podium is obviously gunning for a championship win this season. Everyone is, obviously, but he's started the season really well with a win, obviously. So he's put himself in a strong position straight away, as long as he can keep the rest of the races going. Anyway, see me get overtaken there by Basinger. Let's have a little moment. This is what we're talking about. I managed to get myself in front of Basinger and Diablo, and then I had a moment of oversteer somewhere along the way, or a bit of understeer, and or a bit of late braking, and then I dropped back off. So I'm right back on Basinger's bumper as I look to get back at him. Go down the outside, but managed to cut across in front because I got the braking done quite nicely, without risking any contact, that is. Saw it on the radar. So again, really good close racing between us. Basinger gets past me, and then I get straight back past him in the same lap. So keeping each other very honest the whole race. Bit of a shame we let Steve Hobb get away, because it's all could have been a battle for the lead really if Steve Hobb had been involved. Unfortunately, we're all battling for second place. Still good fun though. Got Ginger Tim now being caught by us guys, and actually ends up affecting my race a little bit in a few laps time. Mainly because I didn't deal with it the right way, rather than Ginger Tim actually doing much wrong. But was slightly frustrating. We'll try and catch that. So Basinger down my inside, side by side as we come out of the corner, keeping it clean. Good close racing all the way through this one between us guys. Like I say, little moments of contact where there were door touches and stuff like that, but other than that, nothing major. My biggest major moment, and why I apologise so much, was mainly aimed at Skid Guru, because at the end I span him, and then I did wait for him and everything, but I did spin him. We didn't lose any positions, thankfully. We had enough gap to us, to the guys behind, that I span him completely, stopped and waited for him. He managed to get going and gave him the place, and we managed to carry it on and finish off. Anyway, we'll see it. I don't know what I've just told you. So getting incredibly close as we all head on to the 22nd lap, or the start of the 22nd lap. I just have a moment again, so that allows Basinger and Diablo to look at getting past me. 3 wide as we're heading into the first corner, more or less. But Basinger's got the line, manages to carry the speed through the first corner, brake later, and come out in second place. So I'm into third now. Diablo chasing me very closely in fourth. You can see why us three guys had a really good race. We thoroughly enjoyed it, lap after lap, chasing this closely. Anyway, we'll skip through and see how everyone else is doing. Steve Obb, like I say, a good lead to him, putting in those consistent laps, doing well. Basinger in second, third is me, fourth is Diablo, Specky Jock in fifth, doing a good job. Mulson in sixth, Skigoo chasing, looks like he's catching Phoenix up actually. There's a back marker. B. Cooney in 8th, doing a good job. Working his way up the order. B. Cooney qualified in 13th, so doing a really good job from the start of the race. He's made up 5 places. So good work, B. Cooney. 9th is Steve Stearns. GT Delhi in 10th place now. Like I say, unfortunate start for GT Delhi, and getting damage on the first lap. Ginger Tim in 11th, also got damage on the first lap. Those two collided. Ickle Pants in 12th. Broad being chased by Mulson. It's all getting mixed up with the back markers now. So Mulson in 6th place, trying to get past Broad, as slipstreams him and bump drafts him down the straight. Whoa! But a big moment there where caught the back of Broad and tilted him sideways a little bit. Mulson didn't notice that earlier when they were watching the other replay. So Mulson side by side. Broad is actually a lapped car, so I don't know why he's fighting so hard. That must be a bit of lag or something, because they wouldn't have got away with that. They'd have spun if they were pushing that hard and that sideways against each other, surely. Anyway, bit strange that on the replay, but fighting hard even though it's not technically for position. Mulson now past and can chase 5th place. Pete Cooney in the pits now, coming out into 9th place with GT Delhi behind him. GT Delhi with a 2-second penalty as we see him go wide into T1. So a few little mistakes creeping in as we're getting into, we're halfway into the race. I've got a penalty, Ginger Tim's got a penalty, so everyone's picking up penalties now. So I had a moment there, where I'm at, I've had a moment there, I think, where I've just spun. Yeah, I have. I don't know why I can't go to me. Anyway, weird, I couldn't go to my car then. So just span, I think, and I've dropped down into 6th place because of that. I was in 4th place, I've missed that. Annoying. I keep missing things that I've written down. We'll stick with Diablo again. Although we have got 11th and 12th, Ginger Tim and Ickle Pants pretty close together. We'll watch this for a lap, see what goes on. Nice work from Ickle Pants there, just putting it down the inside of Ginger Tim. Nice and steady on the brakes, and does it nice and cleanly. Good job. It's all mixed up, so when I'm on Broad in 13th, and I look at the car in front, it's Mulson in 5th. It's confusing at this point. So anyway, I've written down Diablo, so we'll skip back to Diablo and we'll watch him as he no doubt chases Basinger. Watch either of them really, Basinger or Diablo, it doesn't really matter. coming towards the second pit stop window if people are stopping using the original strategy they started on, and they're looking to do a two-stop. They're coming towards the end of the fuel usage and the tyre usage really. If you look at the bottom left on Basinger's car and Diablo's, not quite as bad on Diablo's, but Basinger's getting to the point where he needs to stop soon. Looks good, looks good, does that Lexus. I quite like the look of the front end of it, it's nice. So again, we'll just skip through and give everyone a little bit of coverage. Specky Jock. Got a bit of suspension damage on the front left, but he's going to be pitting soon as well by the look of it, so it's not too bad. We've got Steve Hobb in the pits now from first place. I've got pretty bad tyre wear going on as well, so I'll be looking to pit as well as it comes towards the window, like I've said, pit stop window. Mulson carrying a bit of damage actually, front damage. So heading to the pits now, Mulson. Steve Hobbs still in the pits, so it seems like he's been in the pits a long time, but maybe not. See where Mulson comes out. Comes out into 6th place. And Skid Guru in 7th is quite a distance behind him, so he's pretty safe in 6th for now. Well, he's got Phoenix, one of his good mates, behind him. We've got Ginger Tim right behind me now. I'm in 5th, Molson in 6th. But yeah, look at my fuel now, so I'm definitely pitting at the end of this lap. If I remember rightly, actually, I'll watch this. If I remember rightly, Ginger Tim got really close to me as I came into the pit entry. It's one of those on this track, it's quite hard to make it obvious that you're going to go into the pits really. So it was close to touching my rear end if I remember rightly. Let's watch. Yeah, just that moment where I've broke, got a little bit heavier just to get right over to the right hand side. So didn't look too bad then, but pretty sure I nearly caught him out because of that. So I pitted from 5th place and come out in 6th. Mulson's in the pits now as well, coming out in 7th place on the Super Softs for the last stint. So it's just the big pit stop window going on now really. We'll mix up the angles and see who's close to each other. Got 12th place, whoever that was, didn't quite see the name, just sat at the side of the track. So no one's really that close at the moment really. No, everyone's got a bit of distance to him. Got Ickle Pants close to Specky Jock as he goes wide. Specky Jock from 4th place. I'll skip back up to Specky, gets back on track, but he has Phoenix come past him, that doesn't matter, that's a lapped car. So he manages to have a massive mistake, but still finds himself in 4th place, so got away with it just because of the gap that he built up to 5th place, Skid Guru. So good work from Specky Jock to gain enough time to be able to get away with a mistake like that, but obviously you don't want it's not what you wanted to be doing. Skid Guru in 5th. I don't really know what to say now or who to go to, I'll be honest. There's not a lot going on, so I just keep skipping through. Let's see what's going on again. We can watch some of the back markers. They seem to be in pretty good position some of the time, so I've got Ginger Tim watching the back of me. probably the closest little battle going on, even though it's not for position. Ginger Tim carrying a 3.3 second penalty. Has chosen to go on the hard tyre for the last stint. Seems a bit of an odd choice, but each to their own. But obviously he's not going to be that fast on the hard tyre. I don't know if he's realised he did that or if he did it by accident. We've got Phoenix and Specky Jock pretty close together again. Some of these battles that we might end up jumping to, they're not actually for position. Stones and Steve Hobb, again not for position but close to each other. So quite a lot of backmarker overtaking going on that actually did bring backmarkers into the race as a little bit of a strategy almost. It did kind of slow us down because it wasn't just if you were coming through past the backmarkers, it did kind of slow you down because it wasn't just one that you were getting past every now and again. It were, you know, quite a few, and depending on where you caught them on track and how they let you past, you could lose a little bit of time or gain a little bit of time as well, depending on how it happens, or how it all pans out in the end. I've got Mulson in 7th. Where are we? I was watching Skid Guru. So Skid Guru's got past Phoenix now. I'm coming up past to get past Phoenix as well. Phoenix did a really good job of letting us both pass without us losing any time really. Nicely done, just let me go down the inside line into that corner as he lifted off. So nicely done for Phoenix. So I'm chasing Skid Guru down for 5th place. We've still got Diablo and Basinger. They're not fighting that closely anymore, but they're still next to each other on track, and they are still pretty close. But they're not quite as close as they have been most of the race. There's a bit of a gap between them now. But yeah, after I made that mistake and dropped into 6th position, that was my race over with them. But up until that point, I had a really good race, like I've already said, with Basinger and Diablo. So thank you very much, I appreciate it. It was good fun. Spoke to Diablo for the first time afterwards as well on the chat. It was good to speak to him. Always good to put a voice to a name. Specky Jock up into 4th, so he's just had a good, clean, consistent race. We saw that moment from him earlier where he went off a little bit and lost a bit of time, but managed to come back on track and keep his position, although he lost time, and just keeping it nice and steady. So he's doing a really good job in 4th place, and last week he was in 4th place when he finished. So a couple of good races from Specky. Been pretty consistent so far in this championship, so it's good to see. Another one that will be there or thereabouts towards the end of the championship by the look of it, at the top of the table. You already get a feel after 2 or 3 races who's going to be up there at the end of the championship. We've got Cooney in the pits now. We'll skip to that just to skip a bit of time again as he comes in the Lexus with a black and green livery. Comes out into 9th place, so doing a good job. Big Cooney. So just skipping through and giving my voice a bit of a rest for a minute or two. But yeah, we're on to lap 32, so we've got 10 minutes left of the race now as we watch Ginger Tim and Phoenix battle away for position. Ginger Tim heading for the inside, see if he can get past Phoenix. Keep it clean on the apex, and Phoenix manages to keep it around the outside and actually gets a really good traction out of there and pulls away from Tim on the exit. So nicely taken from Phoenix there. Wasn't intimidated going around the outside. Unfortunately, me and Phoenix didn't really have a race together this week on track, which normally seems to happen. So, bit of a week off for me and Phoenix to have a race together. I'm sure we'll see each other at some point on Bathurst. Like I say, I've not got a lot to say really at this point in the race. Just skip through and try and keep the action going. So Phoenix coming into the pits. We'll skip Phoenix's stop. Comes out into 13th place onto the super soft tyre. But stupidly, I hope you don't mind me saying anyway, stupidly he's forgotten to actually fix his damage, either that or he decided that it wasn't worth the time to fix it because there's only 8 minutes left of the race. But I think I remember him saying in chat that he forgot to fix it and it was a mistake. He should have fixed it and he pressed the button to not fix it. Anyway, so he comes back out with damage in 13th place. So as we come towards the end of the race, we'll skip through once more and just see who's close to each other. We've got Ickle Pants right behind GT Delhi. We've got Steve Stones right behind me. Again, all the positions mixed up. Mulson in the pits now in 7th place. Let's not a lot of action going on, I don't think, so let's see where he comes out. Again, gives me time to skip. So he comes out behind Ickle Pants in 14th place and GT Delhi's ahead of him in 7th, which is the closest guy that's actually for position is GT Delhi. Decent race this week from Mulson, really. He could have got caught up at the beginning anyway, and he managed to avoid it all, so seems to have gained a few positions throughout the race, so it seems like a decent one for him. He's a funny guy, is Mulson, if you've never spoken to him. He's a funny guy, that's all I'll say. Makes me laugh anyway. Pete Cooney in 9th. I like that livery, just green and black, but quite simple but it's effective. Looks good. So we've got where are we now? Lap 36. So we'll watch Mulson as he chases down Delhi. I've written it down for some reason. Again, it's not obvious sometimes why I've written it down. It looks like he's a long way behind, but I've written it down for some reason, so we'll stick with it. As Delhi chases, Mulson chases GT Delhi B. With Ickle Pants in 14th as a back marker in between. So Ickle Pants moves over, lets Mulson through, and rightly so. He's not really involved in this race, and Mulson gets the chance to chase Delhi down now. Both in the 911 Porsche, so quite an even race. other than the setup, obviously. You never know what people's setup is, but in fact it's not even at all. GT Jelly's on very worn medium tyres, so it's not quite that even race that I've just mentioned. Different tyres, and with them being worn, Jelly's obviously got the disadvantage. Mulson's got the advantage on the tyres. So Mulson looking to get past now. He's got closer and closer. Not quite close enough. It don't look like to get a chance down the inside though. So he tries to get the run out of the corner and carry the slipstream all the way down the straight instead. Good racing here from Mulson. Pushing the issue. So GT Jelly loses a bit of his penalty as he uses the outside line. Mulson goes for the inside but don't quite get the traction to keep the corner on the exit. So quite good work there from Jelly. Managed to get rid of his penalty a little bit and keep the position around the outside. So obviously you can keep your position around the outside on that corner. Seen it a few times through this race. So side by side now, and Mulson slowly but surely managed to make it work. And now he's got past GT Jelly. Hicklepants getting involved, even though it's not for position with Jelly now. Look pretty close as they came out of that corner then. So pretty good racing there from Mulson and GT Jelly. Obviously, like I say, it was only a matter of time because of GT Jelly's tyre wear that Mulson was going to get past. And just got the pace on the tyres, quite frankly. There's not a lot you can do about it when you're in that position, like Jelly was. All you can do is defend the best you can for as long as possible without being too aggressive. So we're coming towards the end of the race now. It looks like Broad's incredibly low on fuel, so he's either going to have to pit again or fuel save. Just got a couple more laps left now, not long. Steve Stones just jumped to him. I always do it at least once in the race, randomly just skip through and catch someone going off. It seems like I've done it on purpose, but it's completely coincidental, believe me. And Steve Stones finds himself on the grass momentarily, but now gets himself going again in the AMG and sticks in 11th place. I don't think he lost the position there and just had the moment to himself. So Jelly's still got Hicklepants all over the back of him. Again, probably just on fresher tyres. Hicklepants has a bit of a moment on the exit there, and nearly lost it and touched the grass a little bit. Phoenix battling away. So we'll check up on towards the top again. We've got Jelly in 8th place. Again, they look incredibly close, these cars, but again there's mixed up positions in between. So skipping to me again, I'm right on the back of Skid Guru, chasing away, trying to get past 5th place, trying to make up one more place before the end of the race. I do make quite a bad accident, I do have quite a bad incident. Here it is actually. So I just lost it, touched the back end of Skid Guru. As you can see, as soon as I knew that it was my fault, I just waited for him. I was on chat going, Skid, come on, we won't lose places if you hurry up. So give him the position back, rightly so, and carry on. I did knock him off, so it was my fault, unintentional. So this is why I was apologising at the end of the race, just to explain as well. This is why I was saying I'm really sorry, because of that moment. So on the last lap I had that moment with Skid Guru. After that as well, I didn't feel I could have had him on this corner basically, but I gave him the position back. I didn't feel like it was the right thing to do to try and take 5th place off him. So I'm probably just giving him damage as well, so it was unfair. So I let him have 5th, and I came in 6th place, and that was it. So Specky Jock's finished in 4th, but we'll go through the order. Steve Bob's still in 1st position, still racing. He's got another lap to do. Bazinger's in 2nd, just before it finishes, because it might wrap up pretty quickly. Diablo's in 3rd. as he cuts across the track to try and catch Bazinger in the last lap. Specky Jock's already come home in 4th. Skid Guru's brought it home in 5th. Good race from everyone. 6th is me, ADG. Mulson in 7th. GT Delhi brought it home in 8th. B Cooney was in 9th place. 10th was Broad. Steve Stearns in 11th. Ginger Tim in 12th. Phoenix brought it home in 13th, and Ickle Pants in 14th. Just about got it in there before the end. Right, so thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate people watching these replays, because I really appreciate the racing, and I really enjoy doing them. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already and you want to follow the rest of the championship, subscribe, and you'll keep getting these videos each week from the championship that we're doing, and probably others as well when the other championships start. So thank you very much again. I can't do it without the action to watch, so thank you for everyone that does the racing as well every week. I know we have our differences every now and again, but hopefully we can forget about those, and apologies should be good enough. Anyway, take care, see you again soon. I've been ADG, and give us a like if you've liked it. Nearly forgot. I hate saying all that, but you kind of got to get it in there. Right, take care, see you again soon. Bye.